If there is one thing that I could burn into entrepreneurs' brains as they head down this path of lean startup, it's this. You will never be smarter as a single founder or co-founding team than the collective wisdom of your target customer. The idea that you have in your head on day one is probably not better than what the target customers know and care about. What do I mean by that? Listen to this. It is music to my ears what Shane talks about in his path in discovering this.
This is part of how I believe validation goes is
pre-selling.
If they're not willing to pay for it, then it's not truly validated. And so I was collecting banking information. I was getting commitment. I would give people like a mafia offer where it's too good to be true. And I'll give you, you pay for 1 month and a setup fee. And then you get, the first person was 12 months for free.
Yeah.
And then the second person was 6 months for free because that was too easy.
Yeah.
And then I did like 4 on 6 months for free. And then you get 3 months for free until, and it was all, we won't charge you until we deliver the product.
Yeah.
What's really important to point out here, just again, I love to help our listeners learn the principles you're putting into play, is that only a founder can do what you did. Mm-hmm. This is why you're not a founder and say, oh, I hope I can find a VP of sales, a white knight that's just a trained salesperson to come in and do this for me. Because you don't want to hire a non-founder to come in and be your head of sales and be flying like that, shooting from the hip. You can't have that happen. That's just not how it works. So what you were doing is what you were actually doing, lean startup, to figure out your market, and you can't do it by proxy. You can't have somebody come in and do it for you. Only a founder can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And at that point, I was like, okay, I think I'm onto something.
Maybe the kid's onto something.
One of the assumptions that I had was there's a really good online ordering product out there called Chow Now.
Yeah.
I
remember all the mentoring we did around Chow Now.
Yeah. Chow Now has 10,000 customers. Like it's a great online ordering system. And my question was, will my value proposition cause somebody to switch from Chow Now to my product with the additional features that I've tacked on?
Yeah. Hey, can and give some context on timing too about who your tech partner was, or did you have one yet?
I was going to say,
what were you
how
working
does Mikey
on?
come into the picture here?
Yeah, we're coming to that because at that point,
what were you doing to get anything built or to show customers?
At that point, I was only showing customers PowerPoint slides.
Okay. This is great lean startup, by the way.
Did you mock something up, or
at one point I created a mock-up in. They're out of business now, but InVision, it was like a prototyping tool.
Yeah.
I made a little prototype of the initial application, and it was bad, like terrible design, like a couple click-throughs, but primarily it was just PowerPoint slides that I cobbled together.
You're saying it's terrible, but I bet you that simple thing helped your customers understand what you're doing,
Yeah.
and you got insightful feedback.
Absolutely.
Did you take that to Mikey, and that's how Mikey got involved with
No.
his...
No. This doesn't get into that story, okay?
Yeah. So before that, on the Chow Now hypothesis, what I did is I went to Chow Now's website, I looked up their testimonials, and there was one of them was in Salt Lake. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to go pitch this person.
And see if you can steal him.
And see if I can steal him. And so I call him up, I set up a meeting, I go in person, and I say, hey, you have Chow Now. This is Chow Now plus these things. Chow Now is a better online ordering system, but this has the marketing component. And they're like, where do I sign up? So I was like, okay, now I really know I'm onto something. And that was probably our 7th pre-sale. And so at that point, I'm like, I need somebody to help me build this.